Good morning students. This is my sixth video on semi-solid dosage form. In semi-solid dosage form, we discuss gelling agent. In this gelling agent, there is a synthetic polymer. Polymer are used to prepare your gel. The polymers which are prepared in laboratory called as a synthetic polymer. These are called as a man-made polymer. Example is Carbamer, Carbapol 940, Carbapol 934. These are the example and most widely used is example for the formulation of your gel. Then inorganic substances, aluminum hydroxide and bentonite. These are the polymer used to formulate the gel. Then we discuss penetration enhancer, which increase your penetration inside your skin, or VG2 or easily or lesser within the lesser time they can be reached to your dermis. They can increase by addition of this penetration enhancer. Your penetration of your molecule drug or semi-solid preparation will be high. That will be lesser time required to reach your dermis. Lesser time required to reach your drug at the dermis site. Penetration enhancer improve the solubility of active drug in stratum corneum and facilitated the diffusion of through the barrier into the systemic circulation. They are having the property to facilitate the diffusion, and because of facilitation of diffusion leads to there is a increase in easy to cross the barrier and easy to cross the barrier and easy to reach the your systemic circulation. It increases the reaching time of your drug molecule. An ideal penetration enhancer should reversibly reduce the barrier's resistance and stratum corneum without damaging the skin. And the ideal property of your penetration enhancer should be how it should be alter your stratum corneum structure, and after that it should be regain its original position. मग त्यानं जर समजा अल्टर केला असेल तर तो रिगेन पण केलं पाहिजे. That property should your penetration should be enhancer should be have. Mechanism of chemical penetration enhancer. What are the mechanism? How they are act? By acting this mechanism, they are produce the diffusion. Firstly, what they are doing? They are disruption of highly ordered structure of stratum corneum, corneum lipid. They are disturb the structure of original structure of your stratum corneum lipid. Lipid are present on your stratum corneum. Interaction without intracellular protein, and there is a without interaction having with your intracellular protein. Improve the partition of drug co-enhancer of solvent into the stratum corneum. They are dividing your drug in your smaller size and leads to the co-enhancer of solvent in the stratum corneum. Example commonly used penetrate enhancer include DMSO, that is dimethyl sulfoxide, urea and triethanolamine. These are the example of your penetration enhancer, and most widely used penetration enhancer is DMSO, that is dimethyl sulfoxide. Other alcohol, methanol, ethanol, propanol, octanol, fatty alcohol, myristeric alcohol, ester, isopropyl myristate, polyrol, propylene glycol, anionic surfactant, sodium lauryl sulfate, that is SLS. Then we discuss buffer. The pH importance of drug formulation, especially because of affected drug solubility. The buffer has a property to resist the pH. If you are adding the buffer in your solution, and if you are going to adding the acid, or you are going to adding the base, it means it resists your pH. You can whatever if you are adding the acid or if you are adding the base, your pH of your solution will not be changed. And because of this reason, we are going to adding the buffer. Activity, absorption, stability, absorption and patient comfort. pH related to certain physical characteristics such as the viscosity of some polymer used as a gel forming agent, and pH is important for the stabilization of your gel preparation. Buffer system are sufficient strong, however, to resist the change in pH under normal storage and uses, and there is a resist in pH. They are maintaining the pH of your solution for the longer period of time at the storage condition or at the stage of your use. Example is sodium acetate, sodium citrate, etc. These are the buffers example. Then humectant. Humectant has a property to hold the water and avoid the drying of your product. When your product will be open at the container, it means there is a absorption of light or absorption of sun rays leads to the dryness, and this problem will be overcome by addition of your humectant. Humectants are the agent which absorb the moisture from the surrounding and keep product wet, and it has a property to keep product wet. Loss of water and quickly lead to dry formulation in the semi-solids such as cream, gel, humectant such as glycerol, propylene glycol, sorbitol solution may be added to retain the water, and these are the example as act as a humectant. Then we add the antioxidant which prevent the action of your oxidation. Antioxidants are to minimize the retard oxidation process that occur with some drugs or excipient on exposure of oxygen air in presence of air free radical. There is a oxidation reaction will be take place because of oxygen exposure of your oxygen in presence of air or in presence of free radicals. That problem can be overcome by addition of your antioxidant. The selection of appropriate antioxidant is depend upon several factors including solubility, location of agent in the formulation, chemical and physical stability, over the wide pH range, compatibility, odor, discoloration, toxicity, potency, effectiveness in the low concentration and freedom from the toxicity, carcinogenicity and sensitizing effect. These are the parameters. On these parameters you can be choose your antioxidant agent. Antioxidants are used to relatively low concentration, usually 0.001% to 0.2%, and this percentage of antioxidant you have to add in your semi-solid dosage form. Example is lipophilic antioxidant to dissolve within the non-aqueous vehicle. If you want to add the lipophilic antioxidant, you have to add or dissolve into the non-aqueous vehicle. Butylated hydroxyanisole, that is BHA 0.005, 0.02%, butylated hydroxytoluene BHT, that is 0.007 to 0.1%. These are the combination or these are the percentage of your antioxidant you have to use in the formulation of semi-solid dosage form. Hydrophilic antioxidant to dissolve into the aqueous phase, and when you are preparing or when you are adding the antioxidant in hydrophilic antioxidant, if you want to add in semi-solid dosage form, you have to dissolve in your aqueous phase. The example is sodium metasulfide 0.1% to 0.1%, 0.01 to 0.1%, sodium sulfide 0.1%. This is the concentration you have to add in your semi-solid dosage form as act as an antioxidant. Then preservative are used to kill or to prevent the growth of your microorganism in your semi-solid dosage form or any pharmaceutical dosage form. In semi-solid formulation, some base although resist the microbial attack, but because of their high water content, it requires an antimicrobial preservative. Because your semi-solid dosage form containing the high water, and water is responsible for the growth of microorganism will be takes place. Antimicrobial preservatives are used to prevent the contamination, deterioration, spoilage of semi-solid formulation by bacteria and fungi. These are the problems are occur because of contamination of your microorganism. If you are going to add in the preservative, it problem of this problem, that is contamination, deterioration, spoilage. This problem can be overcome by addition of your preservative. Then example, what are the preservative added in the semi-solid dosage form? Example is methyl paraben, propyl paraben and benzoic acid. These are the example to act as a preservative for the formulation of semi-solid dosage form. Then flavoring and sweetening agent. We increase the flavor of your semi-solid dosage form or sweetness to increase the sweetener to your semi-solid dosage form. Flavors and sweetening agents are only included in semi-solid formulation that are designed for the administration into the oral cavity. And ज्या वेळेस तुम्हाला oral cavity चे semi-solid dosage form बनवायचे त्याच वेळेस you have to go and add your फ्लेवरिंग अँड स्वीटनिंग एजंट. बाकीचे जे बनवायचे टॉपिकल प्रिपरेशन त्यासाठी तुम्हाला फ्लेवरिंग आणि स्वीटनिंग एजंट ऍड करायची गरज नाही, बिकॉज देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लेम और नो यू कॅन नॉट बी मास्क और यू डोंट वांट टू मास्क द टेस्ट ऑफ युअर प्रिपरेशन. देन एज अ फ्रेग्रेंस ऑफ perfumes you are a very good perfume, that is these are the added to semi-solid formulation to mask the unwanted odor base other ingredient. If you want to mask the odor of your ingredient or your chemical, your drugs having the bad odor, by addition of your perfume you can be overcome the problem. This selection of perfume blend in very thicky business and very manufacturing would like to give distinctive or odorific quality to the product, and it should have the distinctive and give the odorific quality to the your product. It should be not the incompatible with your drug formulation or your base. Example is lavender oil, rose oil or lemon oil. These are the example act as a perfumer or perfumer. Then we discuss method of preparation of semi-solid. आता semi-solid dosage form आहे तो कसा बनवायचा. Ointment are the homogeneous semi-solid preparation intended for external application to the skin over the mucous membrane. तुम्हाला माहित आहे किंवा ते over the mucous membrane आपल्याला अप्लाय करायचं आहे. आयडियल प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ ऑइंटमेंट शुड हॅव आणि आयडियल प्रॉपर्टी जी आहे इट वर सेमी सॉलिड डोजेस जो आयडियल प्रॉपर्टी जी आहे ऑइंटमेंट शुड हॅव दे शुड बी स्मूथ और फ्री ऑन ग्रिटनिंग. इट शुड बी रखरख नसावेत. दे शुड बी स्मूथ टू फॉर द अप्लाइंग ऑन युअर स्किन. It should be chemically and physically stable. If they are not unstable, there is a problem of your stability. If you want to stable your product for the longer period of time, that is 1 to 2 years. It should be softened, melt at body temperature and easily applied. And it has a property to melt at body temperature and easy to apply. Not require the more force to apply or not require the more time to apply. The base should have non-irritant and should be have no therapeutic action, and there should be your base should be have a non-irritant. It should be not irritate to your skin and it has a no therapeutic effect. It should not show its pharmacological action or any other action should not be show. It act as a vehicle or act as a carrier for your drug. Then classification of your ointment. Ointment are classification on the basis of penetration and therapeutic use as follows. Epidermic ointment. These ointments are intended to produce their action on the surface of skin and produce the local effect. They are applying over the skin and produce your local effect. When you are applying the specific site of action, show its action. It not show your system. It not reaches to your systemic circulation. They are not absorbed. They act as a protective, antiseptic and parasiticide. म्हणजे they should be act as a protective, it give the layer and protect your skin from your sun rays. Antiseptic, it should be act as a antimicrobial growth जो आहे तुमच्या स्किन वरला तो ओव्हरकम करतो. किंवा पॅरासाइट्स आहेत जे की तुमच्या ओवा आहे किंवा तुमचा आमरवेल आहे हे जे एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत त्यांच्यासाठी तो तुम्ही यूज करू शकता. पण त्याचं अब्सॉर्प्शन आहे तुमच्या डर्मिस मध्ये व्हायची गरज आहे का? दॅट इज नो. त्यालाच आपण म्हणतो इपिडर्मिस ऑइंटमेंट. त्यानंतर आहे इंडोडर्मिक ऑइंटमेंट. Endodermic ointment. These ointments are intended to release the medicament that penetrate into the skin and it has a property to penetrate your medicament into the skin. They are partially absorbed and act as an emollient and stimulant. They are act as a skin whitening agent or it has a increase or stimulate. It means they increase the activity of your skin. They are increase the activity of your skin, act as a stimulant. Then diadermic ointment. These ointments are intended to release the medicament that pass through the skin and produce the systemic effect. आणि जे तुमचे डायडर्मिक ऑइंटमेंट आहेत ते सिस्टमिक सर्क्युलेशन मध्ये पोहोचतात आणि त्याच्यानंतर त्याची ऍक्शन दाखवतात. त्यानंतर बघूया आपण ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ थेरापॅटिक यूज. जसं की थेरापॅटिक यूज कसा आहे दॅट डिपेंड अपॉन युअर प्रिपरेशन. अँटीबायोटिक यूज टू किल द मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम. एक्झाम्पल बॅसिट्रायसिन, निओमायसिन. These are the example used to kill the bacteria and this bacteria or this ointment where it is observed in your wound. ज्यावेळेस तुमची वुंड असते त्या वुंड मध्ये तुम्ही बॅसिट्रेसिन किंवा निओमायसिन क्रीम वापरू शकता. जसं की प्लॅसेंटा आहे तुमचा, प्लॅसेंटा कट केल्याच्या नंतर देयर इज अ ग्रोथ ऑफ मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम वाज ऑब्झर्व अँड दॅट टाइम यू हॅव टू ऍड दिस ऑइंटमेंट. असा ऑइंटमेंट तुम्हाला त्या ठिकाणी यूज करावा लागतो. Antifungal agent used to inhibit or kill the fungi. They are used to kill the fungi. Example benzoic acid and salicylic acid. And salicylic acid is preparation we was prepared in your laboratory. Anti-inflammatory ointment used to get relief from inflammation, allergy and purotypic condition. Example betamethasone valerate. These are the example which has a property to show the allergic and purotic condition and inflammation. Antipyretic ointment used to relieve the itching. Example benzocaine, Polestar. These are the used to overcome the problem of your itching. That is we call as antipyretic. Then astringent ointment. They are used to contract your muscle. Used to cause the skin cell mucous membrane to contract or sink by precipitation protein from the surface. There is a precipitation protein लीड्स टू द देअर इज अ श्रिंकेज. श्रिंकेज म्हणजे आकार जो आहे तुमच्या सेलचा तो कमी करतो किंवा कॉन्ट्रास्ट करतो आणि